We often work with our reports in our one-on-ones. We ask, what are your goals? Or perhaps we just wait for them to tell us. There's not a lot of structure around that idea. But what assembly enables is for you to take those harder conversations, those conversations that happen perhaps less organically, and to structure them asynchronously so that you can actually just say, hey, we're going to create a flow that runs once a quarter where we check in on what your goals are. So here, let's take a look at this template. So what are your long-term goals for your career? What fears do you have of the future? How can we prevent those fears from becoming realities? And what support will you need to achieve your goals? So we can ask this as a manager, maybe to level set at the beginning of our relationship with the direct report, or perhaps on a regular basis. And we can ask whatever questions we want in order to facilitate those conversations. So that's really some of the key ways that we're going to be doing performance management in assembly.
If you direct your attention to the header and click on the editor tab, you can actually edit anything about this flow. So we can edit the schedule in order to change when this flow runs. Right now we have it running quarterly on the third Tuesday, but perhaps instead we may want to run it monthly. We would want it to start on the 24th. We can change the content so that we can actually change the various questions that we're asking, or we can add new ones. So what are your long-term goals for your career? What fears do you have about the future? How can we prevent those fears from becoming realities? What support will I need to achieve my goals? So perhaps we don't like this question here. We can actually just go here and delete it and add a different block. How excited are you about your journey to achieve these goals? And we can add labels to the skill block so that each option is appropriately labeled. So from there, we can go on to update our description so that it better matches how we want to set expectations for our participants. So use this flow quarterly to work with your reports to set their goals, to find their fears, and realign your relationship to help them achieve those goals. Now it's actually monthly. We can save that flow. And once it's saved, we can actually go back to the feed and see those changes as they've updated when we participate. So what are your long-term goals for your career? Fears do you have in the future? What support will you need? And how excited are you about your journey to achieve those goals? Boom. Thank you.